Okay, so I'm on the phone with one of our group members from C3 Algo, and I'm going over another hour. So I went over between hours. This was Thursday between hours 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time all the way to 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going over where I place my buys and sells and what I would do. This is part two. It's another hour, and so I hope you guys enjoy this. I am on the phone currently with him, and so you'll hear me conversate with him, only my voice though. And so, anyways, let's go over and we see the charts and hopefully see all the charts and time and stuff. I just picked the next hour up above. And so we went to, we're going to start at 9 o'clock. Okay. And on my screen, I have the candles. So I could double check to make sure if we would have lost money, how long we've been there, and that sort of fun stuff as well. Okay. All right, so the first one we have again, so the green line is below the ribbon, so I'm only going to take buys, and this buy was before the 9 o'clock time, so um, I would have been in after the close of this one. So the close of this, yeah, it's exactly the close of the rib of the bar, and then I just placed the buy market, yeah, because I don't know where it's going to be at. So we can take a look at that, and just to kind of see what that would be at. Sure. Uh, The buy would be somewhere, it's not gonna be exact because it's by market, but we'll say 46.50 at 54. Um, okay, 46. What did we do? 40, sure, 46.75. Yeah, in this one, it went up pretty significantly. I mean, you can see the slope just shot up there. So if you're trying to get just 20 ticks out of this, you're at 46. The 40, it's just $5 all you need. And so you definitely be out at 8.55. And so if this got you into 852, so somewhere between 853, it's actually this one right here. We got in there. It would have rolled down a little bit, but not enough to totally kill you. Again, I have a 100 tick stop loss, so I'm definitely pushing this. And or if I get a different arrow. So if I would have gotten a back to back, because right here it turned red arrow, blue arrow, right. If I would got a red arrow, I would have been out. I would just hit exit. So that way it's a little safety net. So I don't go all 100 ticks. Um, right. Right. Okay. So I'd be out about, yeah, exactly the candle, somewhere between 54 and 55 with 20 ticks because the candle wick did shoot back up and came back down. So I would have made 20 ticks profit on that one. Okay, that's all I would have done all the way until, 25 more minutes later. I wouldn't have done anything with this bar, but I would have actually gotten in. I would have had a sell order placed in at 65.50, somewhere about, let's see, let's just see where this would have hit. So 926, let me scroll over. 926, 927, starting to roll down there. And let's see where this would have gotten in at. And so the time is 9:26 is kind of where I'm aiming for and 65.50. So this is one where I would put in actual sell order at 65.50. This is where you can be some precise with this guy. And oh, look at that. So the first one to get me in, actually, let's see what got me out, is at 26.30. Right, that camel's green. It does shoot down. And if it drops $5, it dropped all the way to 61.50. So if you were super precise, it could have got you out right there. Worst case scenario, you would have been white knuckling it for a little bit because from 66, like the highs over here at 28, the candle starts at 28, and that got all the way to 80. So yeah, you would definitely be white knuckling this guy for a little bit. That's a lot of ticks. But if you get held on until 29, you definitely be out at 29. The candle right there, exactly. So it's just the nuances of getting in a trade and not getting in exactly. It's really hard. Even when I think I'm going to be in exactly, sometimes it'll push me down a little bit and get me in a little bit later. Sometimes it pushes me up and I'll get in, higher than I thought. And so being super precise with this, that's why I try to have a little bit of cushion either direction, or just let it run and just white knuckle it, which would have done right on that bar for one, two, so a minute and a half. So you would have been in on it, and then you had to wait about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and then you would eventually it worked out for you. All right, so we took this buy. Okay, we're allowed to take this buy again because again the green. line is below the ribbon, and so this is totally okay. So if you would have just, if you would have waited, so I'm looking at this cross right here, but if I didn't get the cross or the red line, I got on top of the close of this one. We'll say 47. What time is this at? This is at, I can move this over. 47 at 37. So let me find a 37 bar. And it didn't go super high. I mean, this thing bounced around. It looked like it was pure chop right through here. Oh my goodness, yeah. Okay, so let's work this out. 37 to 40, and the entry point was at 67.50, so just a smidge higher. Okay, so this would have got you in at 36.30, and then the high was 67. Let's see, was that 69.75? Nope. This thing rolled down pretty far. It rolled all the way down to 60. So it drops $7.50 from your beginning point. So that would have been pain. Then it came back the next 30 seconds, then went back down, then came back, then went down, kind of broke even for a little while, and then eventually it got you out at 40.30, which is this one right here. And so you'd have rode this one for 4 minutes. This is a good one to look at because we're not always going to be super precise with it. Sometimes you just have to white knuckle it and just, hope you don't lose your whole entire bankroll. So it did work out though. That's what I want to point out is that even though it took a few minutes, just walk away. And I'm telling that for myself too. I have to actually like step back in the back of the room, do something different, and let it just be like, well, I'm either gonna make money or I'm going to lose it all right here. So, and I'll try to get 40 ticks out of it. If not, I'll take the 20 ticks and run. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. Uh, Yeah, for sure. You could have taken either the Blue Cross or the ribbon as well. I do like the ribbon trade. The ribbon trade would have been a little safer because that would have got you in about 61. I think it would have been in a little bit earlier than that though, because this bar closed at 31, which is way over here, and 61. We'll just put it at 62 just for saying. Yeah, exactly. 62. I mean, you would have got out. We're looking for 62, 67. You would have got out at 34, 30, without having to white knuckle it. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm gonna keep moving through this hour because that's what we're trying to look for. We do have a red line that popped right through this bar right here. So again, I'd be loaded with a sell order at 63, at about 42. Oh yeah, there's a big drop right here. So if I stuck my 63 right there, and you're watching this, and you're like, all right, this is coming down. It's 41. You have ample time to be like, okay, I can put the sell order. It did drop down. Let's see how many ticks you would have gotten out of this from 63 down to 58. So there's five with a little bit of rebound. And then the next bar, you would have made only 20 ticks because the next bar did bounce back up there with that candle wick. Uh, okay. And so now you're still only looking for buys or the crossing. So, okay, look, now look right here. Yeah, it's that third trade, and you could take this guy. I tried it. This is more of a quick hit trade for me. And you would have got in at the close of this bar, hit sell and do a quick hit, 8 to 10 ticks, 5 ticks, somewhere in there. Just satisfy. Okay, now that the green ribbon is above this, not taking this buy. I would have taken the sell, and I'm not sure if it would have worked out. Let me just look at this. This is 957 for the sell, so. Let me look at this really quickly and then see what would have happened. Because if I would have got in on the close of this guy, because again, I'm trying to take sells, which is somewhere around 26. We'll just say 26, which is actually up here. I may have been okay. Let's see, 26 all the way to 20, 21. Yeah, that would have been really close to the 26. Oh, hey, look. So the next bar over, which is green, it dropped way below. So this is still, even though this looks like it would have worked out, the next bar, green bar, did drop below. You would have gotten your 20 ticks off this guy as well, just staring at the candles and the candle wicks and how low they went to. So I believe the next candle wick at 57.30. Let me look, it dropped to 1925. Oh yeah, that's more. So there you go. There's one more hour and how I would have traded this one. With just 10:01, I would have taken this buy right here just real quick. And then there's 1002. So yeah, okay. Without looking at it too hard, um, this guy would have made money as well. And I would have hit the sell button actually somewhere through here because I can see it, see the green line cross the ribbon. And then that's roughly 42 all the way to 34. So yeah, there's plenty of money you would have made there as well. All right, so there's that part two of second hour. I hope that kind of helps. This is a trade that I'm going to be working on because again, for me, instead of picking up gold dust like I have been doing, these are gold bars. I've been usually averaging 5 to 8 ticks, and now I'm going to try to average 20 to 40 ticks per trade. So that's the goal, guys. All right, I'll see you next time. Yeah, yeah. Part three. I'll do part three, then I'll stop this video because I'm sure people will be tired of it. But I'll throw part three in there for sure. Okay. When I come back, there'll be 1 more hour. We'll just pick. It's getting later in the day, so I may pick a different day. But let's go ahead and run into it.